Hey there, good afternoon everyone. Just about the afternoon as I've come down to the pain cave for a bit of an impromptu. I've used that word a lot recently, impromptu, because that's what a lot of my riding seems to be. Lunchtime Zwift race. Right, I've only got a few minutes to go, so I need to spend the next 2 or so minutes focusing on actually getting ready for this one. Because I feel a bit disorganised, given that I didn't really think I was going to ride today, but I will be back in just a sec. There we are. I socks on, then I'll get pedaling. So today, what have we got in store? We are doing another Flat is Fast event. For where I am at the moment, in terms of my fitness and form, this is probably an ideal race for me, at least in theory. I kind of have two theories about these kinds of rides, flat rides that is. In that one is they're great because obviously heavier riders and skinnier riders alike, don't have to compete with hills. Obviously that gives an advantage to the heavier riders who typically have more power. But if you're not in form and you can't if you're not on form and you can't attack, you can't recover as well, then obviously the draft is where you find the relief, or where you find the advantage. So looking forward to that factor. One second, I cannot multitask for shit, bear with me. Trying to get shoes on and talk and failing at both. Right, so as I was trying to say, the two things about flat courses. One is, of course, it means that it sort of does mean that the heavier riders have their disadvantage, their weight somewhat neutralised. But what it also means is that where you can normally tell an attack is going to go off at a certain hill or climb on a hillier route, on a flat route, of course, you can't. They could go off at any time. So you've got to be very careful. Very switched on, very ready. But I like that. Where there's a small power differential between a heavier rider and a slimmer rider, the advantage or the disadvantage can be somewhat neutralised or wiped out just through draft. So smart riding, intelligent riding, is the order of the day here. Now I do expect, especially with this course and with this category that I'm in, the 650 to 1000 racing score, there are going to be some big hitters and some big power numbers that they can put down. I'm not in that place yet, since being ill back in December. I've not yet been successful at finding my way back to that place that I was in, where I was smashing 4 watts per kilo and more as part of the course. But I don't think I've managed to achieve that watts per kilo on average for a race since being ill, despite the fact I have been riding pretty consistently in the weeks since then. Anyway, a minute and a half to go. So now it's time for me to start thinking about locking in. Yeah, I don't know why, something feels like it's missing today. I feel weirdly disorganised. I've got my water bottle. Put that there for now. Right. So, 45 seconds to go. We're on the FLATS course. I think it was 80 odd meters of elevation total over the distance, and the distance was just under 20 kilometers, so not the longest and not the hilliest, but it is a funnest flat course, of course. So, right, 20 seconds to go. That is time for me. Well, that's my cue to get the fans turned on here. Switch into race mode and launch source for Zwift. Here we go. Right, always a strong start. But not today. Relatively docile start, in fact. So much so that I could take a few seconds of not pedaling then. The Arctic drifter with me. Someone's going long. Oh, what have I got coming back? So I think on this course, the highest or the biggest gradient I've seen is 4%. It's literally for a couple of seconds. So hopefully we can go somewhat steady. I refuse to be the person to follow the next chase, or the next break rather. I'm not chasing now, someone else can. I said I refuse. Tempting to put in a dig here, but still got quite a way to go yet. So I'm going to save it. Just keep smiling. So we are about halfway now. 2 full laps to go, 9.7k. I've seen your comments in the live chat, Mike. And yeah, you're right. Not really anywhere clear to go for an attack. I think it's going to be more of a case of either it comes down to a sprint or having to just follow someone else's wheel and hope that they've gone too early, then attacking off of them. I don't think I've got what it takes to go long with some of these other riders in the group who are pretty strong as well. So I'm going to be surfing. Paying close attention to that draft style. Just trying to keep that high. Thanks for dropping some comments in the live chat, Mike. Much appreciated. If you aren't already, please do subscribe. Right, what power up I'm going to get here? Oh, it's gone. Come on, hard your legs. Okay, 3K to go. Draft up, heart rate down. Pretty tough bit coming up. Little kink in the road. Oh, it's gone. Got fire. Oh no, can't follow that. Okay, where you are, Mike. Big sprint. Okay. Some good news. So, can't even breathe. Hang on a second, hang on. So, how did we do? Post-race recap. In my head, I was telling myself I wanted top half. And out of 28 riders, of course, that means 14th or higher. So by definition, I've done exactly that. Let me just hide the source for Zwift plugin for a second. Ooh. So 13th out of 28, so I achieved top 50% of riders. So I'm pleased with that. Oh gosh, looking at the guys who finished on the podium. T. Cook from Dragons, he was another guy wearing a coalition kit. Power wasn't too different from mine really, 30 watts, but the same watts per kilo, so clearly a heavier rider, so well done to him. EM Brown, I'm going to go and check him out on YouTube in a minute, EMBI. Power was less than mine, but so was 2 watts per kilo, suggesting of course he rode somewhat smarter than me. Well done to him. And P. Campor, the guy who won it, nearly 30 seconds ahead of everyone else, so really low power numbers. But looking at his name, he's sort of Southeast Asian maybe, so clearly a very lightweight rider. So well done to him. But to myself, if I can, pat on the back. Nothing special in terms of power numbers. Again, this 3.8 watts per kilo is give or take 0.1 watts, whereabouts I am at the moment, so pleased not to have gone backwards at least. But for not large parts, but definitely for parts of that, my heart rate got up to 180, which maybe 2-3 years ago was fine. I'd get to 185-ish regularly, but for me recently, I don't think I can recall in very recent memory, the last 2 months or so, me getting my heart rate up to 180. It's been 176, 177, maybe even 178, but I haven't breached that 180 BPM in a while, so maybe that's a good sign. We'll see. Alright, all in all, not bad. Really pleased, really thankful to have source of Zwift so I can keep that draft meter going, because that is invaluable. Knowing not to panic, being quite happy to sit a few wheels back knowing that I'm getting more of a draft. And yeah, all is good. Let me know what you think of the stream. If there's any adjustments you think or would like me to make to the layout and the look and aesthetic of things, colours, placement of the dials, what data is on display for you, all that feedback is welcome and much appreciated. Right, other than that, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you don't already, please do give the video a like and the channel a subscribe. That would be massively appreciated. Otherwise, I will see you at the weekend, because I am away for work for the rest of this week. So there'll be no content from me here on YouTube. But if you want us to keep in touch in the meantime, I will be posting, as I always do, regularly on my Instagram channel. Thanks very much. Peace and good vibes. See you on the next one. Bye bye.